Amber Dawn Foken, shooting for Ironman magazine. On Instagram, I'm Mishka Dawn and representing Royal Sport.
We should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. There's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in me, believe in love. Believe in the fire between us. 'Cause it will be so heavenly. Just believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. Believe in the fire between us. I know what you're facing, I know what you feel.
Hi guys, Amber Dawn Foken, and I just got done shooting for Ironman magazine. It was a blast. We had a long day. We shot at Metroflex, which is a kick-ass gym. Really hot, but you know, the music and stuff was great, kept me going. They fed me, so I got Chipotle, and now I feel better. And then we came out to the pool, did some bikini stuff, and it was great. It was a fun day. To get ready for the shoot, I kind of prepare just like I would a competition. I don't take these things, I guess I'm just really serious about my photo shoots and the work I put out there. So really there's not much difference between what I do for a competition or what I do for a photo shoot, except for I don't quite try to get as lean. So my diet though, you know, I track my macros, so I have a lot of flexibility in my diet, but you know, I made sure I was on par with everything, measuring, weighing, kept it pretty clean, but I do have my treats in moderation because that keeps me sane. So yeah, it was really just like I would prep for a show. I just didn't quite get to the leanness I needed for stage, and I'd rather sit at this though. This is a little more comfortable for me, so it was good. I started bodybuilding and getting into the industry and the fitness thing about 5 years ago, and I did that because my brother actually was a bodybuilder and a personal trainer. He saw a lot of potential in me and decided that he thought I should compete. Back then I didn't diet, I was active, but I just wasn't into the diet thing, so that was tough for me. But I did decide to compete in 2010 and ended up winning the overall at my first show. And as a person that grew up playing sports and everything, I was really looking for something to keep me competitive and give me that drive. And so with competing, I found that again after college. So I just kind of pursued it. When I won my first show, it really gave me the motivation to keep going. And 5 years later, now I'm here, and this is all I do. In the future, with everything, I'd like to obviously stay relevant in what I do in fitness. You know, that's something that'll never change. It's just part of my life now. I like to work out every day. I like to eat clean, but we do want a family, so that is in our plans. Brandon and I would like to try to start a family sooner than later. So that'll be a whole new venture for us. But we definitely, you know, want to keep up to date on everything going on in the industry and put out a lot of workout videos and content and stay relevant in that way for you guys to learn from us and continue working with individuals to help them reach their goals and, you know, get some of you in Ironman magazine someday. Sponsors, that's the thing everybody wants to know. How do you get sponsors? So really, I think the biggest thing is to approach, well, start local, one. If you know you haven't done a ton in the industry and you're not really well known yet, you know, start local, go to the people who, you know, do know you, that are in your town, the shops that you think you could do something for locally. That's kind of where I started. And then, you know, don't approach a company and say, can you give me? I think that's a big no, and if they're trying to get a sponsor, a lot of people are like, what can you give me? I go the other route. I say, hey, this is what I can do for you, and this is what I can provide. This is my social media outreach, which social media is huge, so you guys focus on social media. It does make a difference. But you know, I let the company know what I can provide for them. I don't ask for anything when, you know, trying to achieve a sponsor, and that's really worked to my benefit because people don't want, to just be giving away something without getting something back. They want a fair trade and they want to see value in that. So create value within yourself and really offer something to the company, whether you're a good writer or you're good on film or you can speak about a product well. Show that to them and really help the company see potential in you to grow. I think that's the best way to really go about achieving at least one sponsor. From there you can kind of leverage yourself, and that's what I did. I have quite a few sponsors now. I think I'm at 19 or 20, but once a company sees value in you and you do well with them, you can kind of use that to go into approaching another company and build your base that way. So really it's just about what can you do for the company rather than what the company can do for you, and that's been my approach. It's worked really well. 5 quick tips. Okay, number 1, I actually just wrote about this on my Instagram. There's like 70 to 80% of people are dehydrated and they don't even realize it. And I used to be this way. I didn't drink enough water, and I didn't even feel thirsty. That's the crazy thing. But until I started drinking a gallon a day, and you don't need to quite drink that much, but that's what I aim for every day, I didn't know how it felt to be hydrated, and that's huge. It helps your skin, it helps your body burn fat, your health. I haven't been sick in 5 years ever since I started drinking a lot of water. So water is huge for me, and at least aim for half your body weight in ounces is a good rule of thumb, but I try to get a gallon at least in every single day. The second tip I would give is just surround yourself with people who have common interests and common likes as you. I'm very fortunate. Obviously my husband does this too, and we can do it together. It's a blessing because without him, it would be more difficult. But find those friends and find those people that are going to help you achieve your goals and not set you back or not try to jeopardize you because they can't do it. That happens quite a bit, and you just have to separate yourself from those people and really figure out who it is that's going to help push you to be the best you. So surrounding yourself with good people with good intentions that understand your goals and want to help you is a big thing. Number 3, I think, with achieving your goals is just everything in moderation. When I started competing and I started dieting, I was so extreme about it, and yes, I got results, but I also would rebound pretty bad. So once I've kind of found that fine balance between moderation and eating clean and living a life outside of fitness too, you have to have a little bit of a social life. You have to do things like a normal person. You can't, live in the gym all day. Just finding that fine balance between life and fitness and your goals is key. You don't want to live one or the other. You just kind of got to meet in the middle and find that fine tune to keep going. That's what's going to keep you sustainable and long term. Let's see, number 4, I would say is just, I guess, knowing that it's not going to be easy. A lot of people, go into dieting thinking like, oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a month, whatever. But set realistic goals and know that it's going to be hard. If it wasn't hard, then everyone would look like me. And, I have a hard time with it. I've done it for 5 years. So just know that it's going to be hard, and that's okay. You have to understand it's going to be a challenge. Anything worth having is a challenge. And I think if you set yourself up for knowing that you're going to have hard days and it's going to be a struggle, you can get past it a little easier because mentally you're prepared for that. Number 5, let's see. I would say, gosh, what would number 5 be? Just not overdoing it. Having another pair of eyes on you is a big one. Accountability. As a coach, I coach a lot of girls who want to do all this cardio right away at the beginning of their plan or whatever it is. But there's a reason you should go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, and you don't want to overdo it right off the bat just to get those immediate results. Set a realistic timeline, and just if you need the extra accountability, hire a coach or hire somebody who knows what they're doing or somebody to give you advice. I've been doing this for a long time, and I am a coach, but I still have other eyes on me when I need that extra, backing on, am I doing this right? Should I do this? Should I do that? So I still ask people. My brother, for one, he still, lets me know his thoughts and opinions, and that's really helped me, just the accountability factor of having somebody else there. Oh, glutes. Okay. You know, it took a long time for me to isolate glutes, actually. I would get really sore in the legs, and I build quads super easy, but glutes for me were very hard to isolate. So up until the last year and a half, I really wasn't very good at isolating glutes, but now, you know, everybody's biomechanics are different. So when you do a workout, especially lower body, focus on where you're sore after the workout. You know, one exercise, for example, weighted walking lunges. Weighted walking lunges might make one person very sore in the quad because they're quad dominant versus another person might get a lot of glute soreness. That's just biomechanics. Everybody's different. So focus on what you feel as far as your muscle development. You know, for me, lunges do great for my glutes. I always get sore in the glutes, so I utilize them almost every glute day. I also like to do hip thrusts. I like to do hyperextensions, reverse hyperextensions, glute bridges, you know, cable kickbacks. You know, those are kind of my go-tos. I don't really go outside of what I know works for me because I'm not trying to get bigger legs. So I really stay focused on the, you know, the isolated movements that really I feel personally in my glutes. So I get asked all the time, when are you going to compete again, or why aren't you competing, or do you want to compete again? The truth is I haven't competed since 2013. I really don't have that desire anymore for a few reasons. One, I just tend to be an extremist, and I feel I take it a little too far when it comes to being competitive. And I like where I'm at now. I found a fine balance between, you know, staying in fitness and being healthy with it. I feel competing for me gets a little unhealthy, so that's one reason I'm not doing it anymore. Two is competing doesn't really do anything for me. You know, a lot of people think you have to compete to get sponsors or, you know, to have success in the industry, and that's not always true. If you're smart about marketing yourself and you have a good look and, you know, you make connections and you communicate well, you can get far in this industry without competing. So for me, it really doesn't help my career in any way. And like I said, I'm more focused on balance in my everyday life, and I'd rather stay healthy and do things my way instead of what the judges want. So really, I don't know if I'll compete again. Maybe down the road after kids when I need a goal, but right now I don't really have any plans.
Just believe in the fire between us.